So excited. Well, I'm joined by my backing dancers now, as you can see, lads, in line. Matt, excitement levels on a scale of 1 to 10, just how excited are you for this week coming up?
12.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Bit more than that, Matt. Give us a bit more.
12? I mean, no, look, the first fight exceeded expectations. It was it was a brilliant fight, ebbed and flowed, back and forth, drama. The right decision, I think, but it was not. There wasn't a lot in it. I think both guys are going to look at their performance, they're going to analyse it, they're going to try and predict what the other guy's going to try and do differently. I can't, it's so close, it's really difficult to pick a winner.
Andy, you've been around so many of these fight weeks now. It does, and both of you have. Andy Scott, Andy 1, Andy 2, Andy Scott. It doesn't get bigger than this, does it?
No. I mean, sport is entertainment, but this is top level. This is exactly where you want to be. I mean, two of the most fascinating individuals in all of sport, not just boxing. And just from my role, getting to sit down and talk to them, you saw that little snippet there of Tyson Fury. They're fascinating individuals. And I'm actually going to steal Andy 1's line, which is the one thing that we know is that we don't know. We have no idea what's going to happen. And I saw the poll earlier, and it fascinated me what people at home think is going to happen. It's interesting how everyone's split on that front as well.
All those questions from the first fight have resurfaced once again, haven't they? That intrigue, who's going to win, what's going to happen, who's going to be most improved, Andy?
It's all of that, because you look at it and there are things you can interpret in so many different ways. Fury's preparation for the last one wasn't ideal. He wouldn't have been able to spar in the way that he wanted because of the cut. How much difference will that make? Who will learn more from the 12 rounds? We've always talked about it being impossible to prepare for Fury, but I think Usyk's really difficult to prepare for, that kind of pressure, and I think once you've felt that, maybe it's easier to handle it. It was just an amazing fight the first time around, and I think we'll get another one.
What do you think, Johnny? Who do you think is going to be most improved? And also, Tyson Fury, will we see a completely different version of Tyson Fury?
I think we'll see a more serious version of Tyson Fury, because he's now had the opportunity to intimidate, play the fool to catch the wise, to get him inside his opponent's head, because it's lost in translation with Usyk. And so now he's got to depend on his pure skill. Now, the first fight, I thought Tyson Fury's got his number. You have one chance to make a first impression. He let that slip. Now Usyk has a blueprint of Tyson Fury, but Tyson Fury now has to depend on him, his skill, and nothing else. That's why you've got a more serious version of him, because he thinks, where else have I got to go? Now I've got to put it on him. And he's a good big un. He's a good big un, so I wouldn't write him off. I would lean towards Usyk, but I would not write Tyson Fury off.
What do you think is going to happen in fight week, Andy Clark? I feel like this is a mistake having two Andys stood next door to each other, wasn't it? Who thought of that? What's going to happen in fight week? I mean, the presser, that was brilliant if anything's going to go by. The two very much play their part, don't they?
They do. I think Fury might be a little bit more low-key this time. I think he might quite enjoy the fact that people are possibly underestimating him slightly and installing Usyk as a favourite. We saw the poll there, and it is 51% in favour of Usyk. Sky Sports News, 48% Fury, and 1% for the draw. It's that close that a draw isn't impossible here at all. But I think we won't see a subdued Fury. There's no such thing. But at the same time, I think he might just be taking slightly more of a back seat than just saying, you know what, Usyk, you can do the heavy lifting fight week if you want.
Do you think that? Because normally
possibly.
Fury's a man that revels in the madness, doesn't he?
He is, and I don't think that will necessarily change ever, but I think this week he might just think, okay, I'm used to doing that. You know, you came dressed as a hitman and I signed your poster and all the rest of it. Well done on that. You know, if you've got any more of that, let's see it.
Andy Scott, are you thinking famous last words there from Andy Clark?
Yeah, I am to a degree, but I was just thinking back to Frochgroves 2, when we were expecting fire and brimstone and the final press conference to be absolute fireworks, and they'd got to the point where there was very little that hadn't already been said. Took nothing away from the fight, and I was just thinking there as we're all talking about it, what did we wait a quarter of a century to get to that point? And it was really, really worth the wait. And I just think everybody needs a great dance partner, and these two are very well matched. One thing I would say is 1% people think of the draw. I'm surprised that that's not higher. I'm surprised that that's not higher.
And I do think with that, I think a lot of that is how they perceive Tyson Fury. So just look at what you saw. Look at the skill of both fighters, because one might not like Tyson, one might not like Usyk, and this is what I think the decision is made on it. Actually, look how close the fight was, how Tyson hurt Usyk, how Usyk hurt Tyson. So don't write Tyson off to say he's going to lose, because you've got to think how that fight was taken about.
Because I think
it'll
the
be a
draw.
really close. I think it'll be a really close fight again. I don't think there'll be a lot. You know, if there's a third one, I think that'll be a close fight. I think, you know, there was a lot said in the press conference in London. Oh, you know, do you have to do tactically? Is it going to be different now, Fury? You're going to back him up. You're going to be way more aggressive. You're going to be heavier. He said, not really. He said it was a really close fight. I thought I nicked it. Whatever. It could have gone either way. I've just got to do what I did last time, but just do it a little bit better.
But do you think the drama
But it's
of
how much
round
better
9?
can they both be? That's the thing. With Oleksandr Usyk, every time he does get better, doesn't he? He improves even more than you ever imagined.
I think
Fury
that
always has
clouded
done
of,
in rematches as well.
That round 9 has actually clouded everything. If you took round 9 out of it, that was so dramatic, everything else was very level pegging, and Fury had those big rounds in the middle. But we are all just a bit fogged by that dramatic round 9, because it was one of the most dramatic things you would see, the size of Fury.
What I don't get is why is everyone believing what Tyson Fury is saying when he says he ain't going to change anything? He's going to tell us whatever we want us to hear. There's no way in a million years he's going to do exactly the same thing to go out and fight, because he saw that what the result is. He's going to tell us what. He's not going to give away his game plan. He's not stupid, but he plays us stupid.
Yeah,
so
but then you'd almost be stupid not to listen to him.
I do think he'll be more aggressive early on. Straight away, I think he'll be more aggressive than he was last time.
Yeah, so the whispers I'm hearing are that
Finally.
Here we go. Here we go.
Tyson Fury in the first fight he fought, they're saying this guy's a better boxer than me. I'm going to show him I'm a better boxer than him. That's the same thing what Anthony Joshua did. He found out that didn't work. Now they're saying he's expecting me to walk straight into him and rough him up using my physicality. He's not. He's going to try and outbox him, but on the front foot. So if you think he's just going to throw the kitchen sink at him and use it, he's not going to do that. He's not stupid. Otherwise he'll get picked apart. He says that himself, and I'm not telling you he told me that.
He balls us all, doesn't he? Right now, at this moment in time, because some of you off on your flights tomorrow, right now, Johnny, if you had to pick, who are you going with?
Today, I'm saying Usyk, but it's a very, very thin line.
It's one of those, isn't it? Going to be swinging each side as the week goes on. Andy, you?
I generally bottle out of this because I'm commentating on the fight, but I'll give you a pick for the start of the week. I quite fancy Fury.
Andy, are you going to give it a go or not?
No, I'm going to sit on that fence.
Sit on that fence.
Come join me up here.
You're allowed.
Yeah, come join me up here if you want.
I'm with Andy. I think Fury just.
The biggest question of all, Matt, have you got your passport?
Tell him.
We forgot it last time. We've checked beforehand. He's got it. You're off. We shall all be there. We would love your company too. Thank you, chaps, for your company, and to you at home for watching. Make sure you join us next Saturday and for all the build-up throughout the fight week on Sky Sports Box Office. You do not want to miss it. It's going to be great. See you then.
He was gone, devastated.
Constant pressure on the brain.
We've got to put that behind us.